He did not want to activate MST, and he had time in end phase. They can't activate MST from hand in your end phase. That's just not a thing. Memento versus Virtual World. Hi. Issue. Jesus Christ, what is going on? What? Okay. Swords of Concealing Light on declaration of combined creation attacking directly. What discovers off-channel monsters your opponent controls? Huh? What do you mean Swords of Concealing Light on declaration of combined creation attacking directly? What? What? Oh, the spiritual swords revealing light. Oh, but this says spell trap cards. Oh, I see. You're asking if they can banish the spiritual swords from grave in response to you attacking with your memento monster due to the effect of make land. Oh, dude, I really have to decipher that one. Jesus Christ. So, Spiritual Sword says, during your opponent's turn, you can banish a card from your graveyard. This turn, your opponent's monsters cannot attack directly. So, I assume what happened is he entered battle, he declared an attack, and then we're using the Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light. I did banish it on declaration. Yeah, that is legal as you're not activating a trap card. You are activating a trap effect. Here, the direct attack is no longer legal, so a replay would occur. Yeah, because they can't attack directly. So a replay occurs because attacking directly is no longer a legal attack target. So once that becomes no longer a legal attack target, then a replay occurs because the choices of legal attack targets has changed. So instantly here you get a replay occurring. I'm not sure if the attack is negated or not. I told him that his trap does not negate attacks. He would have to activate it previously. It doesn't negate the attack, but it makes it so attacking directly is no longer legal. Are they forced to attack still? No, they can choose to not attack. Whenever a replay occurs, you always get one of two options. You always get the option of canceling the attack, but if you cancel the attack, that monster does lose its right to attack. It's not allowed to attack again at any point during that battle phase, or you select a different attack target and the attack continues onto the newly selected attack target. We got an AFK call. He intends to be AFK for 30-40 seconds until I call judge. What did he say? I'm going to AFK? Is that what happened? Let me check the log. This is really weird. Blue has been a strange individual at the start of this game. Out of nowhere, completely randomly, right at the start of the game, Blue wrote all caps, "fuck nerd." And then the players have hardly communicated at all. Red hasn't said anything, has he? Hold up. Oh, Red said 1 sec, AFK'd for a bit and came back. Okay, bro, bro, stop. Holy shit, man. You did AFK for a bit. Slow play warning. Do not AFK again. He literally did AFK for a little bit, but Blue's being a pain in the ass, man. It was Red rolling the dice. Oh, it was Red rolling the dice. Interesting. I mean, Blue was also spamming, but Red did in fact roll the dice, but he hasn't been talking like at all in this duel. But he just AFK'd for a minute. He said 1 sec, left for a minute, came back and said, okay, I'm back. He plays without my reply. He activates Swap Frog effect, and he's gonna troll the game. What? What do you mean he activates Swap Frog effect? He rushed and played a lot. Why don't you wait for your opponent to okay your effects? Let's make this simple. After you activate an effect, please wait for your opponent to okay. All right, simple enough. If you want, I can go back, no problem. See? Simple. He did that right after the being AFK. I have already issued a slow play warning. You can continue. This is the thing that I hate about DB players, man. DB players constantly do this thing where they like to psychoanalyze their opponent. My opponent went AFK, then came back and played quickly. Therefore, he must be malicious. Like, no, probably AFK because he just had something to do. And then he played quickly because he felt bad that he fucking made you wait for a minute. And then after that, he just fucking played normal. Like, I'm looking at these logs, looks like he's playing fucking normally. And then Blue is saying, you intend to AFK, duel will stop here, you will be punished. Like, Blue's being weird as fuck. Blue is being mad weird. And look, he's going back, like, it's fine. Hi, Judge. Triple Tactics Talent, Chainlink 1, Cup C Way, Chainlink 2, opponent. Cup C Way, Chainlink 3, mine. I took Lolipo. Who gets to activate Lolipo on res? The player who controls Lolipo on resolution of the chain gets to activate activate the effect. I'll even pull up the log, the database entry, because I know they're going to argue. It's the IP Masquerena ruling, right? If the effect of IP Masquerena is chained to Triple Tactics talent and control of the link summoned SP Little Knight changes, who gets to activate the effect. After the chain has finished resolving, at the time when the trigger effect of SP Little Knight can be activated, you are SP Little Knight's controller, therefore you can activate its effect at this time. The player who controls the card when the Lolipo would activate can activate it. I knew he was going to argue about it, but I have the database ruling entry that supports my ruling here. It's crazy that wasn't always the case. They've actually flip-flopped on this ruling a couple of times. Can I appeal? As a grade judge, I operate the same level of authority as a head judge. My rulings cannot be appealed. Now proceed. The big thing too is that even if I was a green judge would deny this appeal, because on DB we have the rule that if we can link a database entry, an official source or something like that, to say, hey, this is the official source here, a green would deny it as well, just because you have the official source, and on DB we follow the database entries for our rulings. So if there is a database entry on it, that's simply the ruling that's given. So it's binding, essentially. So at that point, we wouldn't have to allow the appeal. What if the judge misinterprets / misreads the database? Then I would assume that the player would read the database and go, I'm sorry, but what you said is contrary to what's on the database entry. Using cheap tricks with priority to win. Huh? What are we talking about? Let me take a guess. Red drew for turn and said priority and draw phase. I would like to target the back row. He waited for me to use dust shoot and then MST'd. Let's have a look. I will review the log. This is a classic. Fun police going full role play. Hell yeah. Yes, the classic. Waited for the opponent to activate Dust Shoot before MSTing. Blue draws for turn. 2 seconds later, opponent activates Dust Shoot. 3 seconds after that, Red activates MST and says your Dust Shoot stays set. In this situation, you should always ask your opponent if they have anything before passing priority to you. You flip the card 2 seconds after they started their turn. If they wanted to type in draw phase prio, they probably wouldn't have had the time to do so before you flipped your card. I'm a big believer of this. A lot of people like to say, well, if I asked him if he has anything in draw phase, he'll understand that I have dust shoot, and then he'll MST so that I can't dust shoot. And it's like, well, the reality of it is you have to prioritize proper play over, I'm gonna catch him not knowing, kind of thing, You're not forced to dust shoot at that point. Well, you wouldn't be allowed to dust shoot at that point. Because that's the reason why, right? Is if he draws for turn and activates MST, he doesn't have 4 cards in hand, so his opponent can't dust shoot. He did not want to activate MST, and he had time in end phase. They can't activate MSD from hand in your end phase. That's just not a thing. You choosing to not ask if priority is passed is your problem, not your opponents. They have priority, they can MST. Like, this is about as simple as it gets. I meant to say wait in my draw phase prio. I mean, that wouldn't be necessary if you weren't trying to flip shit out of line. There's no need for that. In their draw, if you give them enough time, they would be able to say in draw phase prio and use MST, as you should. This is how the game is played. Like, this is not a cheap trick with priority. Let's be real here. Like, the thing is that it would be super simple too, is that you let him draw, and if he clicks the standby phase button, then at that point you go wait. When you attempt to leave draw, trap does shoot. Like, it's simple. If they draw and then press SP, then you could say in draw phase and activate dust shoot. As them pressing standby phase is them clearly passing back priority to you. They have prio for MST. I will allow MST CL1. You're another idiot. UC minor warning. Do not insult people on this website. This guy said, fuck off. Probably shouldn't say that again. Probably shouldn't say something like that again. I'm be real, stuff like that doesn't affect me. To tell me, you're an idiot. Actually, I'm correct, is what I am. I'm I'm correct. Sure, bud. There you go. He's not gonna be on this app for much longer. I mean, this is completely fine. Like, I can understand he's being salty and he thinks he's acting all high and mighty and stuff like that. Typically, that's what it is. Someone who's in the wrong and they realize they're in the wrong and they don't have some way of like being in the right. Usually all they do as like a defense mechanism is they try to act all high and mighty and like, yeah, whatever. It's whatever. If that's what makes him feel better, then by all means. There's a series called Anger Management. You should see it. Oh, and a movie too. Don't rage bait him, bro. I will, thank you. Yo! Wait! Reformed! That's crazy! Holy shit! Reformed! Oh my god. The fun has properly been policed.